Hi folks, and we're back to City of Gangsters. The Bianco outfit... Well, I'm not gonna say we're pure. It's mostly a lot of white shirts blemished with a lot of bloodstains. So maybe Bianco... Maybe more rosso than Bianco by now. But, never mind that. What word is on the streets is what counts. And the word on the streets is we're the people that give booze to the masses. And we're getting immensely rich doing that. Because people in New York in the 1920s, apparently the roaring 20s, were drinking their livers into oblivion at an astounding rate. Which is good for business. Our business. The bootleg business. We have a lot of bootleg to deliver, in fact. I remember that. Oh yeah, we were opening up gambling fronts. The Villa outfit eliminated by rivals. Gang violence shocks the city. Judge investigating Connor's suicide found dead. Okay, what prospects do we have, Old Man Baker? He has a list of properties for us to consider acquiring. Okay, boss, here's the deal on the deals. I'm sure that we can talk these, one of these fine folks into letting us acquiring their building for the good of the neighborhood. Or else. So I got a small grocery store that produces bottles and grapes. I think we're really oversupplied in grapes. Bottle production would be good, but it's typically a lot more modest than it first seems, so... And it's small. Sheet metal and small barrels. We already have a lot of small barrels being produced, and we don't need many of those. In fact, we barely have to buy any for the apple juice we currently require. Barrels... Not really a thing we need much of either. Small bottles and small barrels and a decent sized building is more appealing. Bricks we don't need more of. Now this is interesting. Steel barrels and oak barrels. These do not come in huge quantities usually. So any we could get from our own production would be pretty nice, even though the building is not the largest here. The materials we would get out of it certainly would be the most interesting. And we would use. Because soon we'll have barrel production for brandy, whiskey, and whatnot. That uses oak barrels. So we'd have a small production line already going here. So yeah, that's the choice. We're always having trouble getting enough steel barrels for the kegs, beer kegs, so yeah, there's also that. Floyd... Mad Dog is what the guy's gonna be. Mad Dog Mariani. Judge investigating Connor's suicide found dead. He woke up dead. How can you wake up dead? If you're already dead, you don't wake up. Well, someone found him dead before he could wake up. Which seems logical, doesn't it? Yes. And the people probably investigating the death will most likely commit suicide by putting themselves into barrels and throwing themselves over the river with concrete bottoms. A thing that seems to happen a lot in New York these days. Eleanor Richardson takes over the reins of the Ivanov. Okay. Because we whacked the Ivanovs. So that's to be expected. So, a lot of extra moonshine, a lot of homemade beer we'll be selling, some amaretto, that's good. Hard cider, so that's a lot of good street cred we're getting with locals. Some beer kegs got shifted as well. In fact, I think we can increase the amount of beer kegs because per location, they probably buy more than 5. They would probably buy more than 5, and we have a lot of those in stock. Let's double check that, in fact. Beer keg production. We have... Oh, we actually have 22 beer kegs in stock only. Because we missed a... Yeah, we missed a production cycle. That's most likely why. But... Okay, let's leave it like that for now. Got a lot of bottles. Some herbs. Not a lot of bottles. Not a lot of steel barrels. Okay. Chester Fisher. You're a driver for what route? The hard cider. Well, you could use what? More driving distance? Delivery dash. Prove our relationship with people we'll sell cider to, which is quite a few. Alright, so that corner is done expanding. Right. And, oh my god, we have no favor with them right now. Yeah, we need a favor with these guys to open up a favor front. How can we open up a favor front if we got no favors? So, we should deliver whatever they want us delivered. Is it the car deals? No. Best of opportunities is way over here. The small brandy stills? No. It's actually the small vodka stills. Right. That would give us a favor, maybe? I'm not sure. Maybe you can just convince them to have an exclusive trade deal. That's usually a favor-worthy request. So, I see people needing, yeah, to recover here. So, Mad Dog Mariani, that needs to fight a few more times, 3 more times in fact. Isn't that right? To get Jailbird, you need to 6 fights. Yeah. So Mad Dog Mariani needs to go back to the safe house and recover. And Gertrude Zeman, Benjamin Novakovsky, and Gennady Melnikov. Oh, you're also down here, of course. Yeah, thought we had forgotten to get the goods. You also come to the safe house. So, you were here too. Studio Lanes and Lounge. Ah, we actually need 2 favors. Yes, we do. Right. Huh. Steel barrels. Get a good price with them. Okay, that's not enough. Exclusive trade deal. That's good enough. Fine. Okay, now let's get a gambling operation going. Show me the locations on the map. These locations are good. You're good. How central are these? The district extends further north and south from here. But yeah, anywhere around here would be indifferent, I think, whichever one we get. So, which has more walk-ins? This one. By far, in fact. This one is a bit more central, and it has just 50 less walk-ins. if there are fewer walk-ins. House in Birch and Swan. I think I'm going to go for that one. Slightly more central to the district. Again, I'm not sure that's important to get the buildings all over the district, but just in case it is, doesn't really make much difference in terms of walk-ins. Get another favor. And we said, oh yeah, of course, we need managers. Do we have anyone intelligent that is a good manager? That would be heaven. We do not. So, forget about it, and let's go for organized. Joe Day. Joe Day has no one close by that can actually hire him. So, Thelma Gerasimov. You're pretty close. You're pretty close to Babyface, so. Alright. You hired the manager that was needed. Assigned the manager. Thelma Gerasimov. Put the money in. And open up the features. So, we've been doing well with small table games. And then all the other features. So we got 485 potential walk-ins. That is a lot. If we get 4 faro parlors, we could still get 3 sports betting features and be under the total walk-in threshold. So, let's do that. Faro parlor. Faro parlor. Third and fourth. And yeah, still get the sports betting features and be under the threshold. In fact, we could all actually get slot machines and sports betting. We'd still be under the threshold. I don't really like slot machines as much, but add some variety in. I think we overestimated how much money you were going to need. Okay. So, let's see. What other competent people do we have we could hire? Dorothy Stewart, also down here. Joe Witkowski, also down there. And all the way over here. Right. I have to send people to do that. Ah, the scheme is over here, apparently. Somewhere. Ah, one other thing we could be doing. In fact, we should be doing. Oh no, we can't get to that corner anyway, so that's fine. Yeah. Aren't we getting... Yeah, we wanted to get a favor with one of these two guys. They're religious. They're weak. So this guy is the one we want. And yeah, we might have to sell some brick wine and homemade beer to these fellows. Get on their good side. So you can open up this front here. Yeah. Right. Well, Bella was here to pay off the cop. Worthy cause, 3,172. My god. Okay. Come back to home base, you. And you... Yeah, how can we get a favor in with John Brown? Let's see. Can maybe sell cigarettes to that guy. Possible. Charles Thomas doesn't really know many people. Ah! Actually knows Barbara Sarah over here. So we could work... Oh no, occupation unknown, so she works... She works at an unknown location. That's no good. Maybe through the hooligan. Can we get the hooligan give us a favor for someone else? I don't think so. So, probably not that. And we also don't have a favor to work here. And further down the line, yeah, it's too long-winded to get there. So, I think we're stuck with selling homemade booze and brick wine to this fella. Until we get a favor, or maybe if we can work out an exclusive... Yeah, get you a good price, and also an exclusive deal. Alright, that was enough. Do that favor. I want you to put in a good word with John Brown here. So you could open up a front with him. Alright. Because he is not religious. You are, he is not. He good, you bad. Great, so we now have that taken care of. We also want to start expanding into the Bronx. Oh yes, the Bronx. Dead corners over here, so there's no way for us to expand there. So we absolutely have to get this fine. They are upright. Crap, hold up. Right, so we can't get to that corner. Maybe through that corner. Right, so if we can get someone over here, a Velvet Club. They're religious, so damn that. So, Rudy Weiss. Rudy Weiss. Rudy Weiss. Can't get a favor from you. Nor you. Nobody local. Okay. Don't even know what you've got to sell. Huh. Maxim Vlasov. Apparently they don't run in the same social circles, these people over here. You don't know anyone else? My god. We could work it that way. That's a bit long-winded, but sure. We can do that. It's plenty of new favors we're opening up anyway. And we have a lot of favors to work with this guy. In fact, yeah, let's do that. Let's work the favors we got with this guy before. Well, all the ones we could. Who is this? Ah, already have a favor with them, so that's fine. Only useful other guy is Alexandrov, so sure. And now we'll come over here. And let me see, there's Alina Novikov, Josephine Bell to Maxim Vlasov. No. Josephine Bell to Leon Titov. To Rudy Weiss. Yeah. Yeah, okay. So, Josephine Bell at the Velvet Club. If only she weren't religious, that would be the end of it, but she is. So, we'll have to work that favor. Oh my god, we wanted to work a favor here, or did we want them to be our front? I forgot. I think we needed Joe Dickerson, right? Yeah. So, Joe Dickerson. Mildred Howell? Yes. Let's go talk to Mildred Howell. Huh. Now that I'm looking at it, we'll also need Mildred. Yeah. Because otherwise we don't get this corner. Okay, let's work the favor here with Joe Dickerson. We got that, which we will absolutely need. Over here, though, we can try to work her favorably. So let's volunteer a high price. Let's stock an exclusive. Okay, perfect. That is enough. So we got a front here, got a front there. That covers all of these corners. So we get down here, and let's see. We can expand, yeah, so expand that to that corner. We will need we will not have that corner unless we get a front here eventually. Because that's the train track over there. Yeah. So, train track really makes things difficult. Because we essentially need a front, an alternating front pattern, so we can get the train track corners covered. So, cut a front here covers that one. We would ideally want this guy. Yeah. Ida Nikolaev to also be one of our fronts. So she can expand there and there. We would then have these guys, one of these two guys, as our front here to expand there and there. Because there's no business over here. We would open up a front here, it'll expand there. That would also mean that we need a favor front. Actually, we could open up with them, right? Yeah. And have these two corners. That's already covered. Oh my god, they're religious. So we can't get them as a front. We'd have to get you as a front. Right. We'd absolutely have to get them as a front. Yes. Do we have any favors we can work here? No. So we'll have to make one. So, what do you buy or sell? Small barrels. Interesting. Let's talk about your price. Something more favorable. How about an exclusive agreement? Let's give you 200. That's fine. So we now have a potential front here. We'll need to do the same over here. We'll open a favor front over here. Small bottles. Sweeten the deal. And we've got no action points left. What? We do have action points left. We don't have a good enough relationship for that, I see. How about now? Good. We now have a favor. We can open up a front here. Excellent. In fact, is any front expanding? Can we do that right now? Yes, no expansions ongoing. Excellent. So, we can start our fronts right away, in fact. We can start opening them up right away. All we need is cash on hand. Easier said than done. That's a lot of cash. Let's see, where do we have cash lying around? You have plenty. We're talking about opening a new gambling operation down south right now, but I think we're gonna need all the cash we can get just to open up the fronts. Yeah. So that gambling operation is gonna have to wait a bit. These are all the conversations and the favors we're accruing. Yeah. New team member, that's fine. Got some gambling. Sure. Yeah, so can open up the fronts. Use up the favor, that's fine. Don't start expanding just yet. Yeah, so we need to pick up a lot of money, but we can start opening up the favor fronts without that, because they only need a favor. They don't need any money. So where's the holes in here? Where are the holes? There's one right here. And the favor front, I think it was you, right? I think it was them that are supposed to be our front over here. To extend our territory up there. Because you're on the other corner. Yeah, you're on that corner. The other favor front was you. Yeah. To open up that way. And you as well, right here. Yeah, so we have a few up here. Down here, how's our territory looking? We've got these. Yeah, but you're religious or upright, or you're upright. So we were going to... Yeah, we can't get these corners, because there's no businesses here. We were going to get a front that... Yeah. With these folk, that's not a favor front. We were also... getting a favor front with these folk, however, to get to there and there. And then, yeah, normal ones. Okay. Actually, there's no business here whatsoever, so we can't get this territory even if we wanted to. Not unless we discover new businesses. That sometimes can happen. So this hotel is the only one. Yeah. Can maybe... have to get these two. Please tell me neither of you is religious or upright. You're religious. Oh my god. So this hotel is the only one around here. Velvet Room. And we do not have any favors that you can work through them, apparently. Not in the first degree. Wow. Nope. Do you have any, No, okay. So, don't know how we're gonna get through there just yet. That's a bit further south. Then we might want to expand just yet. Huh, what am I saying? It's just adjacent to our territory, so it definitely isn't. Yeah. I don't know. Well, anything, you need to be opening up the front, so you need the money. So, the money is, we've got a lot of the fine dining restaurants. That's enough for 15 fronts, depending on how much they asked. They were asking for 2,500 to 3,000, thereabouts. Caviar Karpov at the Supper Club, that will not be in activity for the next 2 turns, has some money, but will not have a lot more than that. And then we have this to work the fronts down south, I'd say. So, and our gambling facility here has quite a lot of cash on hand, so that's fine. So, Dangerous Lucas, you need cash. Can you bring it? No, you already moved. Okay. So, gonna get it yourself, I suppose. Get your cash. Dangerous Mueller, you need to do the same thing. And, oh my god, you're really far away. You need to come get cash and start opening up the fronts we've been exploring here. You came to work a favor, but I forget for whom. Ah. Definitely one of these that we needed. I think Audrey Pavlovsky? Probably. Yeah, I think that was it. We got a front here. These two got a front here. Yeah. Across the train tracks. I think that's it. Right. Got lumber and moonshine. Do we need lumber anywhere? I don't think so. And you don't take moonshine. What do you need to do? Loot more. Loot safe houses, I think. Yeah. 2 more. Any free ones? Not too far away. Got that one. Yeah, we can loot that one. That will just leave us 1. And then you can also open up fronts on the cheap. So, yeah, 1 should be opening up soon. At some point. Where can we sell moonshine? Around here. On the way to storage. Okay. Not all of it, though. Okay. You took up just the right amount. Okay. The Goldilocks region of buying... Oh, no, that's not the storage. So this is the storage. Okay, man. Leave the lumber in the storage facility. Palumbo. Palumbo, need to repair your vehicle. And we haven't really worked our front expansion down here properly yet. So we should get on it now that the people actually opening up the fronts are, well, free essentially. We would like, yeah, we need to get rid of you. So we probably will work a local favor to get to you. Scary Palumbo needs what? Just oh, you actually also need to loot a safe house, and you will actually be done if you do that. So should give you priority in that case. We should give you priority to loot that. So you can open up fronts. And you're actually not that far. So yeah, you're gonna loot that next turn. We just got a lot of citrus. Deliver it to where it's going to be needed. You could actually buy double that. Yep. Brave Dmitriev. Oh, we're not friends. Family was threatened by gang members. Probably one of the front... Yeah, probably one of the front holders for the old Villa gang. But there's a garage right here, so that's not a problem. In fact, you should fix vehicles, right? Oh, you also hate us. We killed a family member of yours. Ah, well, that can be a problem. Let's come to this facility then. Sheba. You were supposed to come pick up money to open up a gambling facility, but you will not. You will not, because we're going to be using the money for fronts. In fact, what you could do... What you could do is bring the money south, so that when Palumbo is ready to open up new fronts... Yeah, where's Muller? Oh, Muller's already down here. She's coming back. She's coming back to get money, in fact. So, you can go to the gambling facility here, and instead of you going all the way up, yeah, we'll have Sheba here. Bring the money down. Actually, I always leave some money in the main facility. Do we have excess money here we can take out? Not really, but I mean an extra 1,000. I think they can do without. Yeah, they'll be fine. That's 20,000. It's a fair amount already. And of course, as we go along opening up fronts, we'll be making a lot more money throughout, so... before you deliver it, are there any favor fronts we'll be opening up around here? We... now that I'm looking at it... That would be a better front. If you opened up a favor front here, we'd expand this way, that way. To these two corners. And we would then... maybe we'll need... that corner, yeah. That's a complicated... there's businesses on almost all the corners here. But we definitely need a front here. That's... yeah. Because that'll expand that way and this way. But the cheapest way to get these two corners is to open up front here. So if you're not religious or upright, you are. So we can't do that. So we need to open up a front there. Correct. And there's no road there, so you only expand this way. We will then need a front with you. Yes. So... yeah, we'll probably need to work the favors around here with Sheba as Dindris Muller starts opening up the fronts in this region. So, let's bring the money down to the gambling facility. To the gambling house. Pellegrini. You were coming up here. Ah, yes. You wanted drinks so you could sell to improve relationship with these folk. Yes. Cider and moonshine. But there was also another potential front somewhere that was playing hard to get. Not to mention, yeah, we can start expanding northward now that the Villa gang is gone here. We can expand this corner from that front. Maybe that was the only one we didn't need Should actually open up a favor front here to get that corner and this corner. Yeah. But you want to drink. You want to drink to be able to sell to people with whom we need favors. So get 10 of each of the simple drink types. That's bound to be enough to get a good word in with quite a lot of people. And maybe an extra couple $100 if you need to make exclusive deals to get favors in. So, yeah, you were working the fronts way down here. So maybe that's where you should start. A lot of planning, a lot of different balls to keep in the air at the same time. Oh, and we don't have enough people to collect these. Collect the debts. Lucas could have done that while she was here. Yeah, because they're both up here. In fact, oh, we have 3 debts to collect up here. Okay, well, you guys are looking for a fight. And they are hiding out. Actually, we've got someone right here. 2 of the Hubbards. Potentially the last of the Hubbards. Yeah. There's 3 Blanchards left, but only 2 Hubbards. So, what's the shortest way there? 15 movement points. You don't have many. De Angelis has more. De Angelis, maybe. Okay, that's a building of theirs. Cat bowl. And a painting company. Okay. They don't particularly like us. You have the most movement points. We cannot get to them this turn though, unless... Oh, yes we can. Oh no, it's enemy territory. It takes 3 movement points per... So no, nobody is getting there this turn. You're stuck over here. Oh well. So 2 debts to collect up there, in fact 3. If not now, soon. The hit squad is almost done here, so should be able, in fact, yeah, these guys don't control much, in fact, in terms of buildings. These down here should be done soon. There's a few people left to whack. Hopefully none of those are police related. No police member. Okay. Just noticed that there's a lot of choke points here. Over here. Is that even a connection? No. That is not connected over there. Okay. So there's a bridge here. We can go from here, across these 2 roads to there. From this section of Brooklyn. But then there's no connection all over this side of the town here. Up until there. Okay. So essentially if we expand and block this, and expand and block this, There's no way anyone else can, unless they're already here. No outfits can try to, yeah, gobble that territory up. Okay. Well, the Hubbards are about to go extinct, and it's a good thing because we want to expand into their territory over here. We're looking at expanding, getting some initial footholds across the bridges here. Expanding all over this region. We have a lot of the fronts already potential, the prospective front businesses already set up here, and still working on a couple there. So this time around, last time it was something like 30 to 35 fronts we had opened simultaneously to expand. This time, I don't know, it's going to be maybe 50 fronts? That's going to be a lot of fronts at one point. Good thing we have all this muscle that we can have them run around the fronts and just make sure they're all in good management. And we hired a lot of new drivers because we need to create 1, 2, 3 new front collection routes, potentially more even. Maybe one for this region, one for that region, one for the Bronx and there, and then one for Uptown Manhattan, and one for Midtown Manhattan. So maybe 4. Maybe I'll need 4 drivers for that. And as we expand, of course, they can have a bit of a wiggle room for additional fronts opened. Future-proofing for the next wave of expansions. And we're also going to need supply and distribution routes for our gin. We currently have no distribution route or supply route established for the gin manufacture, which is annoying. But we have no trucks, because we have no parking spots, because we haven't been building garages, nor getting them through debts, because people run away, and we don't have any buildings to build garages. Kind of a vicious circle there. Just noticed we want to move the gambling facility up, just so we can keep a close eye on how much cash we've got on hand in our cash facilities. Right, so a lot of preparation for the fronts, but Lucas can start opening them up. All the favorite fronts, in fact, we can start opening them up immediately. And once they get their money, the enforcers, and Palumbo gets the last safe house, so he can also be an enforcer. We'll have 3 enforcers opening up fronts simultaneously. So it'll be faster, even though we're opening up more fronts. Should be faster than last time to get all the fronts opened up and start expanding them. All of that, though, is going to be next time. Until then.